question the other day. I want to read it to you. What are you guys doing? I don't get it. Hey, I understand it can probably look a little strange what we're doing. And the video that he posted on was footage from a grip contest. A lot of my videos, over 80 videos that I have on this channel, are footage from grip contests. But unfortunately, a lot of people have no idea what a grip contest is. They don't know what grip is, let alone grip sport. So I want to put a video together today that tells you exactly what all this is. First off, a grip contest, in this sense, is a contest that tests your hand, wrist, and forearm strength. You see, grip is everything from the elbow down, because a lot of the muscles that are actually in your hands, they actually originate way up here near the elbow area. So we consider grip everything from the elbow down. So in a grip contest, there's usually multiple events that will train different disciplines or different aspects of grip. So often, the first event in a competition is crushing, and we use hand grippers, and crushing would be the closing of your hand, a dynamic movement. Generally, the second event in a contest is two hands pinch or some other pinching event. So pinching is where you're using your thumb and your fingers together, but you're not necessarily closing your hand. It's generally a static movement, meaning you take a grip and it stays in that position the whole time. And it is usually the limiting factor is your thumb strength. After that, usually it's a support event. So now we're looking at the whole hand. Usually it's going to be a static event, and a lot of times we use an axle, which is about 2 inches in diameter. So this is one of those events where it's good if the contest has weight classes, because generally the larger people, the heavier people are going to have larger hands, and that is a bit of a benefit for that event. After that, in a grip contest, especially an all-around grip competition, the events will vary. Now usually you're going to have a medley. A medley in a grip contest is all kinds of different implements that are spread out in the gym or on the floor of wherever you're competing, and you've either got to pick those items up to lockout. You might have to pick them up and load them onto a platform. There might be bending or tearing in the event, so you might have to bend a nail or a bar. You might have to do a brace bend over your leg. You might have to tear something like a deck of cards or a phone book. All those things are possible. There's generally between 10 and 40 challenges in the medley, and you usually get between 1 minute and 4 minutes to complete everything. After that, sometimes there's hammer levering. So you take a big long hammer, you lower it down to your nose or your face, and then you lift it back up. Sometimes you're on a support structure where you have 1 or 2 arms actually leaning against the structure to lower the implement down and bring it back up. There's variety there. There's not necessarily a standard event for sledgehammer levering, and it doesn't even take place in every competition. Sometimes there's a wrist roller. Here at my gym, I've held wrist roller events where the wrist roller has a line attached to it, and at the end of the line, down at the bottom of a gentle hill, is a sled, and you pull it up the hill. In other places, we've done it where there's a big lever arm, and you turn the wire, you turn the wrist roller, the wire pulls up the level arm, and you have to hit a certain height with that lever arm, and then you're done. So there is a variety of events. I haven't covered them all. But the idea of a grip contest is just to test your hand, your wrist, and your forearm strength using a variety of different tests. If you want more information, we've actually put together a lot of structure to grip contests. Even 5 years ago, there wasn't nearly the structure that we have now. We have something called the North American Grip Sport, which is the organization that kind of, handles and keeps track of everything, sanctioning body for the contest. We have lots of resources out there, and we've been recognized with some pretty good publicity recently. We just recently had an article in the Wall Street Journal, so I'll put a screen up that you'll be able to see, a couple of clips from that, and also I'll put the link in the description below. We've also had a write-up of the North American Grip Sport Championship, appeared on the Elite FTS website. So I'll put a screen up for that and put the link to that below so you can check that out. So, like I said, we have a very good group that works together to try to constantly move the sport forward. It is an underground sport, but that's what's cool about it. You don't have the politics in grip sport that you have in other sports. We don't want that. We're trying to avoid that. So it's just a bunch of guys that love doing it. We're working together to always make it more legitimate, more well recognized, and get more people involved. So if you have any questions on what's going on, feel free to leave a comment on any of my videos. I always get back to you, and in some cases I'll even do a special video like I did for this person. Thanks a lot for your time. Make sure to subscribe, and all the best in your training. Take care.